Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the King's Podcast. I'm your host, Eugene, aka G Money. And on this segment, on this episode of Net Worth King's Podcast Network segment, we're going to talk about South Africa and continue dissecting the political instability in the country that is affecting us, affecting our economy, affecting the individual, the businessman, the owner of a business, the young child at a school, affecting our grandparents and our finances. When it comes to government national budget, South African 2025 national budget, there has been some contention there, some contest is going on because of the way that our government is set up. So as a country, South Africa right now is being ruled by multiple parties. Multiple parties have come together in what we call the GNU, Government of National Unity. And because of this government national unity thing, a lot of things are going in our country which are not benefiting us. The fact that there has to be multiple meetings, multiple discussion. As I'm speaking to you right now, the government or the two parties in the government, South African National Congress and the Democratic Alliance, two biggest parties within the government of national unity, they are meeting to discuss different things. Different people within these parties, they have different ambitions, different agendas, and different sacrifices that they need to make for us to come together and create a government that functions for the benefit of the people. So what I want to talk about in this video today is the fact that because of these things, multiple meetings, if you run a business and you have to talk to multiple people multiple times before you can come to a decision, before you can put your plan in action, obviously our country is set up to fail because of this GNU. So in the past week, before this episode, before this meeting that is happening, the ANC has spoken, the DA has spoken, different political parties have spoken about what they want to do, what they don't want to do. The DA do not want to support the budget in its current form. They don't want to support the increase in VAT by 0.5% and 0.5% within the next year to the following year. That is what is happening. The ANC has spoken. Fikile Mbalula, the Secretary General of the ANC, has spoken to say that the DA are allowed to do what they want to do. If they move out of the GNU, another party will replace them. If they choose to stay, they must explain then to their people why they are staying, because they hold a strong position to say that they don't want to stay within the GNU if this is going on. They don't want to support the Ministry of Finance, the government, the ANC, because the ANC is the one that has made most of these party members who are in ministries, Minister of Finance, Minister of Defense, different kinds of ministers. They are coming from the ANC, so the DA is opposing a lot of the suggestions that are made on the budget. They have their own suggestions. So at this point, you know that we have instability because the budget that is on the table right now, the budget that has been tabled is not agreeable by the DA. The DA does not agree to this budget. They don't support this budget because of various other things. But I'll tell you what I think. I'll tell you that the reason why the DA is not supporting this, even though some other small parties, they are flexible, they are coming with suggestions, they are coming with ideas to make our country function better. The reason why I think the DA is doing this, they don't want to agree to the budget and the VAT, is because they have their own agendas. They don't agree with the ANC and many other parties in the government in points like the national health insurance, points like the land expropriation, many other things. And this thing, according to my own opinion, is motivated by race, motivated by nationality, motivated by because of these white people in the DA. Majority of them are white, and the other parties like the Freedom Front Plus, they do not agree with the ANC on some of the policies or most of the policies that are benefiting or favoring the government and the black majority of South Africa. For example, land expropriation, it will benefit the government and benefit the poor or the public, which is majority black people, as a result of the government taking control of the land, expropriating the land. The second thing that I believe the DA does not agree is this thing of national health insurance. Most of the companies, like your medical aid, your private hospitals, your private entities in the healthcare space, these are owned by rich and white majority. So as a result, the DA does not want this change to happen. So as a result, they want to have a meeting. They want to discuss different things before they can go ahead and approve a budget or show support to the ANC and become a unit, work as a unit to make sure the government proceeds with a plan of increasing VAT and disbursing the funds, distributing the funds to the right departments in the right way, in the right manner. So I'm saying this to say that the way that things are going in the country, I didn't mention the EFF, I didn't mention the MK party. These are other political parties within South Africa that has majority black leadership, black constituency. These parties, the EFF, the MK party, they are not as vocal as the DA. They are not as vocal because they are also not party to the government of national unity. They are saying this from opposition, but the DA is saying these things from a position of power, from a position of leadership. I want to also add, as an added point, that the DA wants to hold on to these positions that they have. They want to hold on to the fact that they are in the rulership structures, they are in the Department of Education, Department of Agriculture, Department of many other departments and many other structures within the government that is ruling our country right now. So in other words, they have us by the balls. The parties like the EFF, the MK party, they have South Africa by the balls. They are holding ransom the ANC, and also as a result of that, they are holding the majority citizens of South Africa by the balls. They are holding us ransom. We can't move ahead. There is uncertainty. As an individual right now, you are worried. I'm worried about the next few months. What will happen to my water? What will happen to my electricity? Are the roads going to get fixed? Are all the infrastructures of the government going to get maintained? Are we going to get good health care? As you can see, if you have not heard, but in the hospitals we have shortages of medicine, shortages of doctors, many other things are happening that are affecting us in a wrong way. For example, recently within a week, the Minister of Health, Aaron Motsoaledi, has mentioned that there are almost 1,200 to 1,600 positions of doctors, nurses, and other healthcare professionals. So this comes from the budget of the healthcare. This comes from a minister who is proposing and who is an advocate of the NHI bill. So as a result, if you see the contest that is going between the ANC and the DA, the healthcare and the health industry is one of the areas where there is a lot of fighting and a lot of struggle between the two largest parties in the land. So what I'm saying is that the DA want to contest this, and as a student or as a doctor who is unemployed, as a healthcare practitioner who wants to get employed, you want to get your job, you want to practice as a doctor, as a nurse, as other technicians within the healthcare, you are going to feel like there is instability. It's affecting your livelihood, it's affecting your jobs, it's affecting your ability to earn an income. So as a result, what is going right now, it's affecting all of us. It's affecting the country, it's affecting the individual person, every other person who is interested in moving on and getting their life in order. You are going to pause on that. You are going to pump the brakes and wait for the stability to kick in. Wait for something from John Steenhuisen, wait for him to mention something or utter something with his mouth that sounds like it is supporting the ANC. As it is right now, they are saying two different things. The two biggest parties in the GNU, they are saying two different things. They are singing two different tunes. They are saying that we are going ahead with the budget. The DA is saying we are not going ahead. We are not in support of the budget. As a result, as an individual, an employee, a worker in a company that is struggling, you're going to be uncertain because you don't know what's going on. As a business owner, I'm going to get worried because I'm worried about VAT. I'm worried about, is it going up? Is it not going up? Will the investments or my partners, are they going to be happy? My what partners, my overseas business partnerships, are they going to continue? Because people outside are not happy at all. I'm going to add also on top of that, that if you look at the South African rand right now, it has been fluctuating, getting weaker and weaker. On average, the rand is trading between 18 rand 50 and 18 rand 70, around there. But now it went as far as 19 rand 45, 19 rand 60, almost 20 rands to the US dollars. This type of behavior, these type of situations happening politically, locally and internationally, these things in all aggregation, when you aggregate every situation that is happening, it's affecting the rand, it's affecting everything within the country. People are uncertain. Investors, they are not happy. Investors are not assured that the country has stability. As a result, it affects how much money comes within the country. It affects the projections that we are making as a country, the projections that are being made by the Minister of Finance and the Finance Ministry as a whole, projections of a growing economy. We're saying that our country is going to grow by 1% in the next few months, in the next year, in the next period. We are going to grow by 1.8 or almost 2%. But that growth, it needs investment. It needs business investment. But if you didn't know, most investors are white. Most investors are foreign people with money and connections to the white people who are in the country, who own properties and who have large sums of money. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this to say that the DA has the support of the business structures. There's the support of the majority white owned companies. Whatever they are representing in their meeting with the ANC, it is representing an extension of the points of views of owners and business strategists and owners who are majority white. So why am I saying this? I'm saying this to say that we are being held by the boss. We are being held ransom by the DA. Our country cannot have closure. We cannot move on because the DA is protecting certain interests of the white minority, interests of the white business owners who are majority. In South Africa, we also have the Black Business Council, but they don't have as much power as the white owners and the white business runners. So as a result, our country cannot move on until this meeting happens. But I'm happy to know that many companies locally who are owned by white people also, they have moved ahead. They have started communicating with us as customers, consumers, about the changes in VAT, the changes in different tax structures and things that are affecting our country. As a result, they are preparing us because they know that the likelihood of a change or a reversal of the VAT thing, of the VAT proposal, is zero. The likelihood that VAT will go back to being 15% is zero. These companies, they have started preparing us to make sure we are aware of the changes. We are aware of where we are going as a country. This is all I have for you in this video. Thank you so much for watching and getting to this step, watching all the other videos that I've made on this series of net worth, where we talk about finances, we talk about money as it pertains to the government, our local businesses and our local celebrities, people who are in the public eye, who have some sort of money that they are making, who have some sort of businesses that they are running. As a result, there's going to be tax that these people are paying. Most of these individual celebrities, they struggle with tax. They owe SARS a lot of money. These are some of the monies that we cannot collect. As a result, our country is suffering. But we are a culture, a South African country, or a culture which is diverse, and the things that we own, they are diverse in ownership and differentiation. We own properties, we own businesses in the service industry, hotel business, food business, we have mining, we have technology, different companies in this diverse economy. So as a result, all business owners, small or large, we are going to be affected by the politics of the land, the politics of the now. Whatever is happening right now in the country, it is going to affect us. We are going to get affected as consumers, as business owners, as employees, everyone in between. You are going to get affected as an individual. The country, when it is suffering, we all suffer. When there is uncertainty and instability, we all suffer. The whole country is not going to perform well because of these things. That's all I have for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Until we meet in the next episode, this is where it ends. Talking about this, I can elaborate more on this. We can talk more about our current situations and come up with solutions. On the next video, I am going to talk about tax. What is going on with our tax structures, with our tax authorities? Why are they not able to collect more money? What is going on? Why are we dealing with these things in this country year after year? We don't have money. We are running a deficit. This is the next topic that we're going to discuss. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until the next time, it's your boy Eugene, aka G Money, on the King's Podcast Net Worth. We're checking out.